Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia Watkins. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I'm here with my lovely wife, Dr. Alicia. How you doing today, babe?
I'm doing pretty good.
Mm,
I'm a little kind of concerned about you boys
why?
because you just seem to be. I don't want you to turn into one of those old men that hates everything.
Arg.
You just like shaking your fist in the air. I don't like it.
Well, Joshua Calhoun already said, "Save your money. It was terrible." I don't know what Jordan was thinking about. So
It's
Joshua is just like me.
it's not just this movie, but I do understand, and I didn't listen to all of it, but I
Hmm.
do understand. You said you weren't even gonna look at the Black Panther. Part two. Did you
Well,
say you weren't gonna watch the movie?
I don't know. I don't. I gotta
We
think
can't
about it.
have another date night.
We can have a date night, but it won't be with that movie.
We cannot. So you're gonna send me to the movie by myself to see Black Panther because I am gonna see that movie.
Well, you might be going to the movies by yourself. You keep on tripping, lady. Hey
Come
everybody, what's
on.
going on? What's going on? Welcome to Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia Watkins. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm here with my lovely wife, Dr. Alicia. Before we get started, shout out the city that you're from. As you shout out your city, let us know if you can hear us. Give us a yes or no if you can hear us. Okay. We do. This is a podcast we do where I'm a professor of finance. My wife is a social work professor and a licensed couples counselor, and we like to try to have intelligent conversations and fun conversations about things happening in the Black community. First, before we begin, I want to say hi to Tequila. Tequila says she wants a critical analysis. Tay Tay says the movie was giving. Is that our Tay Tay?
Yes, that's her.
Oh, Tay
It was giving.
Tay.
Someone who says it was giving. That's
Oh, she's
yeah.
so sweet. We love you, Tay Tay. I need a critical analysis for y'all. Okay, that's what she said. Okay. Terry Cobb, B1 to you too. All right, B1 means black first, in case y'all don't know. Fred Hayward, B1 Boston. I see Atlanta. Who else I see? Philly. And yeah, we can hear you. Okay, great, great, great. I am a child, so I know where I am. Hey, Christina from North Carolina. All right, so how many of you give us a yes or no? Give us everybody an answer. Give me a yes or no. How many of you saw the Jordan Peele movie Nope? Give me a yes or no if you saw that movie. It just came out, and Jordan Peele. I had to go see it because Jordan Peele is one of my favorite directors.
He is somebody you would like to meet one day, right?
He's on my short list.
Uh huh. But after this movie, do you still want to meet him?
Yes,
Okay.
because the man. This first of all, let's just get one thing out the way now.
What?
Jordan Peele could have literally dumped all over this movie, and he's still the baddest director in Hollywood. Let's just
This
start.
was.
Let's start the conversation right there. There ain't
Mhm.
nobody, in my opinion, doing it better than Jordan. Think about this. First of all, his YouTube channel alone with Key and Peele is better than 99% of the stuff in Hollywood.
Mhm.
That's amazing. Secondly, his Twilight Zone. If you've seen Twilight Zone, it's brilliant.
Yes.
He's so good. His other two movies, Us and Get Out, solid. I like Get Out. I like Us better than Get Out, but uh,
Really, I like Get Out better.
you did. Oh, I
Yeah,
like I
than
like
Us.
Us. I like Us.
No, Us was deep though.
Us was real deep. It was like quadruple layer deep. Like us as in US, us as in us as black people.
Okay, well then why couldn't you get this interpretation for Nope? Because
Well,
Nope was the same thing,
let me
boys.
just
I
let you.
totally got it.
Well, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna remind you that you are married, ma'am. You are married to an open-minded man, and
Why didn't you get it
after you
then?
made your point, I thought it through,
Uh huh.
and I hear what you are saying. By the way, this is a spoiler alert. We're gonna talk. As deep as we feel like talking about the movie, and the movie was it had a message.
Yes, it had a message.
Okay, and I think the message was appropriate in the sense of kind of saying, and I'm gonna let you give your interpretation, but from what I heard you say in the car, because by the way, y'all,
So we get in a car and Boyce
we
is
was on
like,
date night
I
tonight.
hate this movie.
This
This is
is
a
Alicia.
terrible movie. And I'm like, Boyce, you are not getting it. If you
That's an
thought that, wait,
that's
that's a
that's
picture?
an awful lot of yapping from a lady who just got free food at the Bonefish Grill.
What do you mean free food?
I just took you out. I bought you free food. This is how you gonna talk to
This was
me?
a date night.
I'm
This is how it's
kidding.
supposed to be.
Well,
I ate every little bit of those
I bought you dinner.
that shrimp.
I
I
bought
had
you dinner.
shrimp.
I'm here to collect. so
Oh, that's funny.
so we had a date night tonight. That's why we went to see the movie. That's Alicia at Bonefish Grill ungrateful. So then we went to go see the movie Nope, right? So here was the deal. All right, so the film was real deep in the sense of kind of having all these really interesting interpretations that I thought were good. I mean, one of it seemed like the big one was like look away, like don't get caught up in staring at screens and hypnotized, or you'll get sucked into.
Well, first of all, I just want to say the movie experience itself was quite interesting, and there was like 40 minutes of previews. When
Well,
does that
well, that
happen?
was terrible.
Like I've
Yeah,
never
we had to
seen
watch
so
previews
many
forever.
previews.
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
I was almost done with my popcorn by the time the movie started.
Yeah,
Never ever go to the movies on time. I think they're giving you permission to show up 30 minutes late, and you can still. We could have probably caught the earlier movie. Like we could have got there by 8:30.
yeah, and watch the other movie that
Yeah.
started. Yeah, so the previews are really long, but the previews were good. Let me tell you, I am real excited about going back to the movie theater now.
Well, there were some good movies coming, but let's
And
talk.
so that was one thing. But then I didn't know when the movie started because every time I was like, "Oh, here's the movie." It was another preview.
And it would be some stupid stuff. But here's the
Yeah.
thing, right? Okay, so as far as Nope goes, I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie, and I didn't get it at first. It did put me to sleep. I have to be honest,
You were
and
snoring in
and
there.
I was
Boys,
snoring.
people were looking at you. It
Were
was
they? You
embarrassing.
should have elbowed me.
I did elbow you.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah,
Did I
because
wake
you
up,
kept falling asleep.
or did I keep snoring?
No, you woke up. You were nice to me.
Oh, was I? Okay.
You
It,
were.
I was. I ain't gonna lie. I did snore, and that's sad, right? It makes me sad that I snored during a movie made by my favorite director.
Well, the thing is, we had this big meal before.
That's
We
true.
went to
It
Bonefish,
wasn't my fault.
and we ate,
Well, I did eat the
and you had that
bonefish.
popcorn, and then I couldn't eat
I had
anymore,
popcorn Twizzlers and
and a big old Reds.
pasta with chicken and a big red slushy.
Yeah, so that was the problem. So I don't know. I think maybe you were a little confused because you missed something. And his movies are I saw a lot of imagery in there. It was really subtle.
Okay. Well,
But anyway,
first off, we have to give Kiki Palmer credit for a great performance. She's a
Kiki Palmer killed it.
great actress,
Oof.
and also the film. I think that if you go into it kind of understanding what it's about, you can get it because it kind of started off with the monkey that got sick of like being on the TV show and just went ballistic and killed everybody, right? So I guess we're like, in a way, we're like the monkey. We're like the monkey that got pissed off that everybody was like using him as a spectacle.
Well, that's what he said. I saw one of his interviews, and I saw it. Even the opening quote was, "We are a spectacle," and so he said that he wanted it to be a spectacle. And I think as Black people, we're seen as a spectacle.
Okay.
Something to look at and to entertain us. Look at us. And so I
True.
think that monkey got fed up.
Now I have talked about that especially black dysfunction.
Mm-hmm.
Like dysfunctional, the more crazy you are, the more famous you become, and then
Mm-hmm.
other people think, well, I'm acting too normal, so I need to be crazy too, so that I can be Instagram famous and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're kind of thinking about?
Well, I just was thinking, like, sometimes you just get tired. I mean, a monkey is not supposed to be on a sitcom. A
Mm,
monkey is supposed to be in its natural habitat. It's not supposed to be kind of taken out of its normal environment and made to be something different, something that it's
mm,
not going to be. And that's what happens when you put someone into a box that's not natural to them. You just go crazy and lose it.
okay.
So I mean, it's an illustrate to me. I saw it as an illustration.
Well, I mean, if you
Hmm.
really think about it, you can. I see the parallel I see as I'm trying to be abstract with you.
Thank
Even though
you.
even though I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie. I got bored during the movie. I feel
Oh,
like
it was so
I feel like
fascinating.
he could have made that point in like a 20-minute
No.
well shot YouTube episode of his show. Where it's like, okay, in this episode for the next 15 minutes, I'm gonna show you that how black people are a spectacle. And like I don't think he should have used his feature film to make that point.
Okay,
But
so it's so much
or an
more
episode
than
of
that.
Twilight Zone, right?
It's okay. It's so much more than that
What
because
else was it? That's all. I mean, that was the main point. What else was? Well, there was that one Akira reference that our son Quincy really
what did he
appreciated.
say about Akira?
Well, when the girl fell off the motorcycle, that was from their anime Akira.
Oh, see, I missed that rep. See, it's so deep. Like this movie is so deep that half the references I know I probably have missed. But what I did not, well, I will say one thing. I'm really happy to see a black sci-fi film.
Right. Okay.
And you know I'm so into sci-fi.
And
It's
he didn't let the black people get killed at the
the
end.
black people did not get sucked up into
So he
that
was looking out.
animal. The animal or whatever that
The alien
alien
ship.
did not eat up the black people.
Mhm.
He killed black
Well, remember
people.
they didn't look at they weren't looking at it. They looked away.
Yeah, and so like that whole thing, it's like I think like sometimes, well, in the culture I grew up in Gary, Indiana, it's like if it's very threatening to look somebody in the eye. So
Mm.
like I just remember like saying stupid stuff to people. Like if they stared at me, I'd be like, "You got eyeball fever? What's wrong with you?" Like staring at somebody is always like a threat
Mm.
in the community I grew up in. It's like if you
Mm.
stare at somebody too long, you're gonna get you're gonna get hurt. Like it's
Interesting.
seen as aggressive to stare at someone.
Okay, I can see that.
I don't
Well,
know.
well, anyway, you're listening to Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia Watkins. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm here with my lovely wife, Dr. Alicia, and we like to have intelligent and fun conversations about things that are happening in the Black community. If you could take 1 second, please hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Everybody, thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel if you can. And if you want a free e-copy of my book, Financial Lovemaking, or if you'd like to join Alicia's newly created national database she's been creating, putting together for singles that want
Oh,
to match and meet other great Black people. She's Alicia, the matchmaker. You can also go to boyceandalicia.com and get on the database. It's totally free. She just wants to see Black people love each other. So
oh, that is a labor of love. I'm so excited. I got some matches in mind already.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm that's kind of cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
very nice,
yeah.
very cool. I think it's great. Yeah, so okay, so nope. Um, I'm gonna just say, can you pull out that audio? I interviewed a
Oh
couple that was walking right behind us.
boy.
And let's just hear what they say. You got to hear all sides. So I hear the interpretation that you make, and it makes sense, right? And it's a good point. And I like Jordan Peele because his movies aren't just high quality; they're very thoughtful. But I think this one missed a lot of people. I really do, and I really think that that point could have been made in a different format, or maybe made in a way that captured more people. It's a little too subtle. And I ain't gonna lie, I did fall asleep. I can't sit and pretend like I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I think like some of your like you see, I'm thinking about you because you like those Marvel films that I can't stand. It's like those
Mm.
Marvel films, it's like there's so much action. They put so much money into the special effects that I feel like the storyline is just lost for
Well,
me.
you ain't got to bore people to make a deep movie.
Yeah, but you can actually have a lot of meaning and have a lot of like dialogue and things that matter and also have special effects, which is why I love Star Trek. The Star
Okay.
Trek series, it'll never let you down.
Okay. All right. Well,
But
they got
anyway,
special effects in Star
okay.
Trek. But
So
here,
let me
play
go.
that
Okay.
audio. So you ain't gotta say your name, but tell me what you were thinking about them. Unless you want to say it, it's up to you. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm just confused. I walked out confused. I felt like maybe if I was high, maybe I would understand what the movie was about. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I felt like your mood kind of slow the entire time. Like I was in and out of the movie, and then when it finally picked up, I had no idea where we were at. You know what I mean? So for me, it wasn't it. It wasn't it. I was disappointed. Yeah, I was disappointed. Now, did you see his other movies? Like, is that what brought you out here? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all of his other movies have been great. But this one, fantastic. This wasn't it. This wasn't it. Really? Unfortunately. Yeah. Hey, I was for y'all snowing.
What? Oh, stop that. You can pause. Okay.
Okay. I don't know what happened to audio.
Oh, the rest was like I forgot. Well, it doesn't matter.
It
But
doesn't matter.
were you
Okay.
guys able to hear that? Were you let us know if you were able to hear that? That was basically
How
and
everybody was feeling.
that
Yeah.
wasn't yeah, that I mean I interviewed that couple right after we watched the movie, and they were right behind us, and they were saying I didn't get it, I didn't understand it. And I think that voice needs to be heard too. And if you look at some of the reviews, I wish I could say, I'm rooting for Jordan Peele because I like him a lot. But like this review gave it 2.8 stars out of 5. This is the audience summary. Now on Rotten Tomatoes though, it's 82%, which is much, much better. I wish I could enlarge that so people could see it more clearly. But yeah, so I don't really know if this was his best movie though. I can't say that it was.
See, I think this movie was a nod to Stanley Kubrick. because first of all, the monkey part. If you see Space Odyssey 2001, have you seen that movie,
There was a
boys?
monkey in that movie too.
Oh my God, yes. There's apes at the beginning
Did,
or monkeys.
did the monkey kill everybody?
Um, kind of, sort of.
Oh, when they would play dur, dur, dur,
No. That's not
dur,
like at the
dur.
beginning.
And
You
they
have
had
to watch.
it took like
You
10
have
minutes.
to
It was like
watch.
10 minutes of quiet monkeys at the
Okay,
beginning.
so the monkey scene at the beginning of Space Odyssey 2001, you got to watch that. It's really deep. It's really about humankind and human nature and how we are with each other, like a pecking order. So anyway, you got to kind of like get into that. And then reason why I thought that is because when OJ, which is interesting, his name was OJ. Like it reminded, of course, the reference
And
to
she was like,
OJ
"Run,
Simpson.
OJ!
Yeah.
OJ's on the run."
Isn't that
When they were trying
something?
to film it,
That
yeah.
was definitely like,
And the
whoa,
guy
that's about
and
OJ
that
Simpson.
was interesting, right? Like so you can see where he dropped those little Easter eggs, right? Like you've got the white guy with the camera who just has to get that shot,
He's
right?
got to get the
And
best
because he's
shot.
got to get the shot, what happens? He gets sucked up into the alien ship
That's right.
and killed, right? So
But
they're like OJ's on the run, and he's a white guy filming OJ on the run.
yeah, and the thing is that for the love of the craft, you sacrifice yourself because you just love the craft. So, but anyway, I noticed that OJ on his hoodie was 2001. That was the number on his hoodie.
Okay.
Oh, I noticed that instantly. I was like, oh, the monkey, and then the 2001
Oh,
on his
Space
hoodie.
Odyssey.
It was definitely a nod to Stanley Kubrick, who was one of the best out there.
Okay,
May
I
he
can see
rest in
that.
peace.
I can see that. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So it was deep. It was deep and it was subtle and people who don't appreciate deep and subtle are not gonna get it. So I guess it maybe
It's
maybe the
abstract.
verdict is to say if you are a person who likes deep subtle movies, somewhat slow moving, then this is a movie for you. If you want something that's action packed, like Us had some action. Us was deep and subtle. But Us also had a lot of like killing and chasing and running and screaming, and I think that stuff is what gets people going. I really do. I think that it's okay to say I want the movie to be exciting. You know, I don't really. I mean, it was beautifully done. Like in film school, he probably get an A for that.
Yeah, the acting was superb.
Yeah, excellent acting.
I hope,
Cinematography off the chain.
oh, and how you came up with that concept. I want to see I think because this was the first weekend it's out. I'm going to follow Jordan Peele and see what all he's going to say in terms of his explanation, because it was in a way it was a lot of references to the 90s. Was it 1990? Was it the time period
Time period what?
of the film? Was it in the 90s, because he had that weird flip phone?
Oh yeah,
And
I didn't catch that part.
yeah, I just was like, okay, what year are we in? Like,
Mm,
I was a little confused about why he had a flip phone. Like everybody have an
mm,
iPhone.
that's a good
If it
point.
was like something current, he would have an iPhone.
That is a good point.
So
Yeah.
it's like almost want to see it again so I can pull out more stuff that I probably
Well,
missed.
it's Jordan Peele. You know, he deserves to um be studied in that way because he's just that good.
Yeah.
I'm always super impressed by how he plays so many different characters on even his YouTube channel.
Oh.
I mean, he just flips around, and like one time he did a really him and Peele did a really great uh episode where they had Big Boy and Andre 3000 from Outkast.
Uh huh.
They ran into each other in a coffee shop, and it was so funny. So these guys are brilliant, and so I'm gonna give him with Jordan. I think it's like I'm really giving him I'm gonna give him a big pass. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I think that people should see the movie just because it's him and really try to stretch our minds to be able to appreciate this type of art. But I really think if you come in there expecting something that's gonna have you jumping out your seat, you're not gonna get it. I think he's gonna lose some people off of this. That's my two
Yeah,
cents.
I mean, if you're used to movies just kind of telling you like concrete things, about what's happening in the movie, then this is not the movie for you. But if you like abstract things, if you like to look at symbolism, and I love that he has faith in us as Black people to be able to get it. Like if you watch his interviews, I saw one of his interviews where he talked about spectacle. He just has faith in us that we will get it, that we will get
Well,
the
well,
art.
black people are diverse.
We are
Right?
diverse. We are
Like
diverse.
the idea that when like I don't know who even put out this idea that the majority of black people are a bunch of bumbling idiots. That's not
Hmm.
true. There are lots of smart, really intelligent people in our community.
And he
They
has
just
faith in
they
us that
just
we
don't
will get it.
right. They don't get the attention of the spectacle because we're not the ones who are out acting like asses so we can be on a reality show.
Hmm.
And I think that in fact this weekend when I did that NASCAR event with at the Urban Youth Racing School in Philadelphia.
Hmm.
Michelle Martin and her husband Anthony ran the event, and when I was there, they had invited like a lot of top NASCAR drivers that supported the school because Chevy and stuff were sponsoring it. But then they also invited a lot of different like black influencers and celebrities, and there was a couple of people that had been invited by their publicist who did not fit. They didn't fit the energy of the event. Let's just say that one of
Oh, really?
yeah,
You didn't tell me. It's the first I'm hearing of this.
yeah, one of them was a reality show star. I'm not gonna say the person's name because I'm not trying to put nobody on blast. And the other one is a guy that was on a pretty popular podcast. And so the guy got there and he was like, nigga this and nigga that, just really just acting loud and kind of doing the stuff that we think black people like. That stereotypical stuff that will get you attention, from white media. And the black people there, a lot of the people there were like, this really ain't cool. Like we don't want this kind of energy here.
Mm.
Because these were people that, like went to school and were doing technology and want to clean the community up, want to make the community better. And they told them like, no, we don't really like, you need to go ahead and go. And
Oh, did they kick him out? Did they tell him to leave or
they
what?
didn't kick him out. They
They
didn't
just
want to.
didn't
They didn't want
invite
to
him.
make it into a thing, but they
Uh huh.
did kind of say this isn't the energy we're looking for. And so my point on that is to say that sometimes we will think somebody's important just because they're famous, but we don't think about what are you famous for. If
Uh-huh.
you're famous because you're a big asshole, then what value are you really adding? You're not adding value. They just put you on TV and gave you money, which makes people think that you're relevant, and you're really not because you're not helpful to the world. Yeah.
Yeah, I think in this film, I like this film for another reason. It's
Mm.
because none of the black people fit a stereotype of
That's
black
so
people
true.
that I
Yeah,
normally
they had
see.
black cowboys. Yeah, they did.
I mean, just like we know the stereotypes of the black woman, the stereotypes of the black man, like the effeminate black man and
Hmm.
the well, actually, the
Yeah.
late, they weren't stereotypical. I didn't feel
Mhm.
like they were just like, oh my god, this is getting on my
Yeah,
nerves.
these were not black people that you see on a regular basis.
Yeah, so
Like
I
that.
like that we saw someone
Yeah, they
different.
owned a bunch of land and they were cowboys and they told that story about the first film reel was a black man on a horse.
Is that true?
I don't
Is that
know.
accurate?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it
I
up.
mean, that's a
That was
crazy,
great.
crazy historical moment. Like that family must exist somewhere if that is
Yeah,
true.
I tell you, that's why I will give Jordan a complete pass on this. I have to be honest, like I can't be lying and say I loved it when I didn't quite love it, but at the same time, I just feel like some people might love it, and I think everybody should try it, right? Just to support this brother because I think he's really doing a great job of trying to represent the community, in a meaningful way, and he deserves every opportunity he gets.
Yeah.
Like I'm truly happy for Jordan Peele. I think he's awesome. He's on my short list.
So how many stars would you give it out of 5 stars?
Shit, maybe 3. I,
Maybe three.
this
You'd give it
this
two
one
stars, wouldn't
Jordan
you?
Peele, I give him 6 stars out of 5.
You would
But
give him. You
this
would give it 2 stars, wouldn't you? It's a 2-star movie for you.
2.5. I mean, I was snoring.
Yeah, but we fell asleep on
That's so
um
true. On
Infinity Stone. No, not
Avengers
Infinity.
Endgame.
Endgame. We
Well,
fell. I hated that
because
movie.
that was because we were sleepy. We just had full stomachs.
No,
We're
we
old.
took naps before we went.
No, that was Godzilla versus King
That
Kong.
was a bad movie.
That was just terrible.
Godzilla versus King Kong. I give that one
We
star.
saw that in New York. We took a nap and everything. We still went straight to
We,
sleep.
we went right
We
to
slept
sleep.
all the way through that movie. That was so funny. We paid them. We paid like $30 just to take a nap.
I don't trust myself in the movie theater anymore.
Yeah, it's hard to sit through a whole movie nowadays.
Yeah, but tell the story. I like the length of the film too. It's like tell the story in two. If you can't tell the story in 2 hours or less, I don't want to go.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I feel like I feel like there could have been a better story that he told for this film, but I think that I like what he was trying to say. I think there's a good message attached, and I don't. I mean, I don't. I don't see his next movie. I will watch every Jordan Peele movie he ever makes because
Hmm.
I respect him and I think he's great. I don't feel that way about any other director. Like I told you, I'm not going to see Black Panther 2.
Boys,
I don't want to go see it.
think twice about that.
I don't.
Ponder. Just think about going to see it with
I
me.
personally get offended when you start eliminating the black man like that. I watched that trailer. I saw one black man in the
Let's.
whole damn trailer, and that bothers me.
Uh,
I don't like that. You take this movie and you turn it into Wonder Woman, basically.
that's not what I saw.
Oh,
That's
that's
not what I saw when I saw the. Now I can understand how you think that way, but I saw it differently.
yeah, yeah. I didn't like the trailer. Maybe there's a better trailer, but
Well, we did see
well,
what's the movie with what is her name? I can't remember her name. The other one. It's almost like Black Panther, but it's not.
oh, Viola Davis and
The Viola Davis movie.
the Woman King
The
is it?
Woman King.
I don't know, is that what
A
they call it?
woman as a king. It's based on a true story, boys.
Yeah, well, they had the African warriors that were women, and I think that's okay. I'm not gonna see that either, but I think that story's fine. I mean, it's a true story; you should tell it. But I think that we have to be cautious about sort of, believing that because the story is true, that it's the story that it's the top story that should be told. Because I think that for our community, we have to be really careful about any imagery that reflects us as a fatherless, manless
Mhm.
community because Joe Biden in his crime bill spent so many years trying to create a black community that doesn't
Okay.
have men, doesn't have fathers.
All right. So here we go with that. Yeah, I kind of feel like it's like the rise of the black woman
Mm-hmm.
happening right now. So I'm in tune with that.
I think the
I'm
black
in
woman.
tune
I
with
think
it.
the.
I
I
don't know
think
if
that the
the
black.
rise of the black woman needs to be in such a masculine way,
Hmm.
but I'm in tune with this rise of the black woman.
I like the rise of the black woman, but understand that this strong black woman imagery is very
Mm-hmm.
painful. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of these strong black women are hurting inside. They're
Mm-hmm.
depressed. They're suicidal. They get addictions, and things like that because they're trying to always be strong. They're trying to always be the man or do masculine things. And so I think that a woman can
Like
rise.
fighting and
I
stuff
th-
like that.
right. I think the black woman
Mm-hmm.
can rise with the black man right next to her, and I think that she should play some part in demanding that, and we should demand that
Well,
as black men. I'm
mm-hmm.
not gonna let you rise without me being next to you.
Now,
I'm gonna tell you to slow. And think about it. When
mm-hmm.
when you're walking and you walk too fast, you walk in front of me. I say slow down. I need to be beside you.
Boys, you walk so slow.
Don't matter.
Like when I'm walking with you and you slow down, then I'm
Hmm.
like, oh, he's busy and wants to do something other than walk with me. Like
Hmm.
that's what I interpret. So I understand nonverbal cues.
I get it,
I'm
but
not like I
well,
have
remember,
emotional
I get it.
intelligence.
I get it. But remember, you're dealing with a man here. You're not dealing with no punk.
Yeah, but if I'm
I'm
walking
going.
with you and you
I'm
slow
going right,
down,
and
you don't want to walk with me.
politely say you need to slow down. You need to walk next to your husband, and I think it's okay to say that. So I really think that anybody that portrays the black community through media as fatherless and manless, and the women as masculine substitutes for the male. I think that that's part of that Hollywood agenda, which is built heavily on LGBT. It's built heavily on the transgender
Mm-hmm.
conversation. It's built heavily on white feminism. I think that we need to have our own conversations as a community. How do we make sure our women are protected and respected, while at the same time there's a place for the men? And I just think that there's a lot of dynamics to it that I stopped waiting for white people to fix it. They're not here to fix it.
Well,
They're
I'm
here to
here.
take advantage of it.
Okay, I'm here to see it. I'm open enough to give Black Panther a chance. Now, where they lose me is when they start like loving on white men and start loving on white people. over
Mm-hmm.
above and beyond their own. So, but I'm in tune enough to want to pay attention to it. I'm not going to boycott the movie. I'm just going to watch it and then critique it.
Yeah.
I'm going
Yeah.
to watch it and have a problem with it and then shake my fist in the air about
That's
where
right.
the problems lie, but I'm not going to tune it out. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to watch it, and I'm inviting you to watch it with me, boys.
Well,
Black Panther 2. Come on. You can do it.
well, let me think about it. But hey, you know
Okay.
what? By the way, you're listening to Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia Watkins. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. And if you'd like a free e-copy of my book, How Financial Lovemaking, you can go to boyceandalicia.com. And also, Alicia is a licensed couples counselor. She sees couples on a regular basis. She's been doing this for over 20 years. Or she's been licensed. How long have you been licensed?
I've been
I'm sorry.
licensed for 19 years.
19 years.
Almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years. And so if you'd like to know more about what Alicia does, you can visit coachingwithdralicia.com. So, I'll say this. Just going back in terms of abstract content, I can kind of get it. One time I went to see a play, right? And in the play, it was super abstract. And at the end, all the actors started eating paper. And I was like, why are they all eating
Oh, that's
paper?
deep. That's deep.
No, it's not. You don't know how deep. You don't even know. You don't even know the
I'm
context.
just playing with you.
Yeah, you always love to say that. Ooh, that was so deep.
That's deep.
The more confusing it is, the more you love it.
Yeah.
And so I talked to the playwright after the play, and I said, why did all the actors start eating paper at the end? What did that mean? And you know what she said? She
Mhm.
said, what do you think it means? And I said, you wrote the damn play. You're supposed to tell me what it means.
Because what she's saying is that, what does paper mean to you?
Go ahead.
It's like things aren't going to be very obvious. I think like film and art, it's to be interpreted on what it means to you. Like, what does a monkey mean to you? When you see a monkey, what does that say to you?
It's an animal.
So to you, it's an animal.
Mm-hmm.
To someone else, it could mean something totally different. So it's really the purpose of watching a movie like that is the experience of the movie.
Okay.
What is a horse? Horses were prominent. What does a horse mean to you? Coming from Kentucky, what does horses mean to you?
Kentucky Derby.
The Kentucky Derby. Tell me, what's your association with the Kentucky Derby?
It's a big horse race in my home city of Louisville.
Okay. What else? What does it mean to you, the Kentucky Derby? What does that mean to you?
My father used to work at the Derby. Black people used to work, and we would get out of school because all the black people barbecue. But we didn't go to the Derby because white people went to the Derby.
Okay, so the Kentucky Derby means to you as an exclusive event where you are not welcome. So maybe horses have that association with you. So maybe that's the whole point of it. It's for us to look at some of this abstract stuff and say, what does it all mean to you? Maybe that's really what you react to.
Well, check this out. Aaron
Uh-huh.
Yeager makes a good point. Aaron says that the alien was in relation to the monkey as a wild beast.
Yeah.
I remember they said
To be tamed.
the alien was territorial.
Yes.
And if you looked at the alien, that was when they came and ate you.
It was threatening.
Yeah. Yeah. So
and you don't look at those animals. When we went to Yellowstone, they made it very clear not to look at them dead in the eye, right? Not to get too close and not to look at them dead in the eye, because that's their area. Yeah. So I mean, I get it. That makes sense. Yeah. They're praying. They're feasting.
And I think they could have did that in a 20-minute episode of Twilight Zone.
It has to have the build up. You have to have the challenge. You have to overcome it. That Keke Palmer's character, I don't remember her name. Keke Palmer's character, I mean, she outsmarted that thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was great.
Well, it was good. I enjoyed watching it. And, well, actually, scratch that. It was good cinematography. The underlying meaning was good. I can't say I loved the movie as I was watching it. I think that those who are going to go see it, I would just go see it to support Jordan Peele. I'm just a fan. I'm biased in that way. But, hey, it is what it is. Any other thoughts?
I like the movie. I like movies that are different and quirky and not, one of those, movies like that bother me is like man meets the woman he gets the woman, and then they fall out, and then at the end of the film they're going to get back together. It's one of those, those films where it's like predictive. There's always a bad person, and you got to fight evil and overcome evil, and then at the end they win. So movies have like a certain format, and I felt like this movie was like so different from another format that it grabbed my attention.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I get that. I get that. Okay. Um, yeah, so there you go. That's our 2 cents on the movie Nope. If you
I
ask
would
me,
give it
you would give it what?
four. I'd give it 4 stars out of 5.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
Okay. And I would give it about 2.5 out of 5. But I would give Jordan Peele 7 stars out of 5 because that's my man. I love him, and I think he's great for the world, and I'm super happy that he's so successful, and I want him to keep winning. So I want to make that 100% clear. He's a great director. All right, so do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, share, subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Also, just a reminder, if you want to learn more about what Alicia does, she sees couples and all that good stuff. So if you'd like to go and check out what she does, just go to coachingwithdralicia.com. And if you'd like to get on her database, she's building a big old database of Black folks that are single that are looking to match up. So she loves to matchmake. So if you're interested, you can go to boyceandalicia.com. At the top, you can put your information in and join the database and get a free e-copy of my book if that's what you'd like. So feel free to take a look, and we hope you guys have a wonderful night. It was real, and we'll be in Detroit this weekend at the Black Wealth Summit. That's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
With Herb Strather and Gary Shelton. So if you want to learn more about that, actually, you can go to boycewatkins.com. It's going to be really good. So feel free to join us in Detroit. All right, everybody. Well, please have a good night. God bless you. Thank you for hanging out with us. And we'll be back with another Pillow Talk soon. See you later.
Okay. Bye.